Alright, here's a package here. Let's see what all we got. What is that, Blixie? You ready to open this box too? This should be everything. We're going to do rotor change and brake jobs on the wife's Subaru. So this should be, hopefully, everything for it. Watch it, Blixie. Alright, let me dig this out right quick and see what we got. Alright, not real happy. I mean, the brakes come on in there, they look okay. Tabs are not bent up. These brakes come off the deal there, so that one's a little bent. I'll straighten that one out. That one's straight. There's the little plastic cover for the other one. Alright, let's check these rotors out here. Hang on, man. Let me open up these. Well, they look good. There are no visible dings or nothing on her new rotors. So we got drilled and slotted rotors to go on my wife's Subaru. They're stock replacement. Nothing spectacular there. No Blixie, you can't eat those. Yeah, the only thing I see is the one brakes come out of their package. These are the rear brakes. These are the front brakes. Alright, looks like we got some work to do now. So the cool Beanos, everything's come in and that we ordered. Alright, cool beans. Alright, we're out here in the shop where all the stuff's coming in for the wife's Subaru, so we're out here going to do it. The rotors, the brakes, front and back. It's not really that hard of a job, a little time consuming, but not that bad of a job. So we'll get it done. Heard a little squeak here and there, but one of our rotors are bad, so I'm just go ahead and knock it all out. I've done the front brakes in the last 2 years, but I've never did the back since we've owned the car, so it's time to get all just freshen all of it up, and that way it's all safe again. Flip you around and I'll show you what we're working on here. Alright, this is the wife's 08 Subaru Outback Sport Impreza. Yeah, so it's a lot, but I got y'all seen I got slotted rotors and everything and new brakes for it. I showed you all that, but you can see, I don't know if you can tell, we get them in here, but you see how bad. I'd probably have these turned and get all of that out, but just gonna replace it. It wasn't that bad to do. The other sides look pretty good too, you know, so just a little bit, and the backs are really nice, but I've hit the squeak pad on them, so it's time to replace them. But everything else is quite nice. I've never did the back, so yeah. Alright, so let me get all of my stuff out, get this thing jacked up. I got everything out here running since it's super cold here today, so alright, let me get this thing jacked up and see what we're dealing with. Alright, I got my caliper hanging here. Just took a piece of wire, got it hanging 14 millimeter. Gets your bolts off your calipers, and then we got to remove this bracket here to get this rotor off, which you can see right there now. It's pretty lift up pretty good. The brakes are not that bad. I think I found out where the noise, but I got new clips and everything. I'm gonna pop this off, which is a 17 millimeter. You got two bolts. You got one right here and one down here at the bottom right there. That'll slide off right there, so we can paint this, and I'm gonna paint this right here before we put it back on. And like I said, I think the noise is coming from the build up here, because they're not bad, they're close, but they're not bad. So but you can see right there, it's hard to tell right there, I got build up road gunk, dirt, whatever build up in the, it's not I don't know, letting the dust filter out properly. I don't know, but it is what it is. I think that's where my noise, you can see how the pad is really scuffed up. It's hard to see, and the sun's kind of killing it, ain't it? All right, let me get busy, take this off. We're gonna get this painted and get this put back on. That's gonna take the longest part, is painting all of this. Painting these red. I like painting my calipers red. I think it looks good. So I'm gonna do that, get this off, put the new one on, and paint this, get on the other side, get it looking like this, wait an hour, come back out here and put it on. All right, cool beans. All right, let me get busy. All right, got those off. Should have two of them, two 17 millimeters. Those are 14 millimeters. These are 10 millimeters in the middle. To two little bolts you need bolt into. Pop that off. The back's just as messed up as the front. I want to show y'all what I found too. That's a back pad. See this side right here? It's filed almost flat, not flat, but it's way past the point. It's way thicker on the other side. It was wearing the pad off uneven somehow. I don't know why. I guess the rotor's messed up that way, so that might account for some of our noise as well. And plus, it's not cleaning out right there either. So maybe that's what it was, her sound. But these needed to be changed. These are terrible. You can see the back of them. They're absolutely terrible. All right, cool beans. All right, let me get back busy here. I got to get the other side off and get some of the stuff painted. All right, I got the front done. I do like these. They're labeled right there. I was curious about this. They didn't come with instructions, and they didn't say on the box, but when you open them up, they had the front, driver's side. So I think that's pretty cool. Calipers didn't turn out the greatest in the world, but hey, it's cold. So it is what it is. So all right, front is done though. That wasn't too bad. Right there, I probably could have just got away with replacing that one rotor on that side and the brakes, but you know, it is what it is. Might as well do it all. All right, cool beans. I'm on to the back. All right, easy peasy on the rear. It's just basically redoing the same thing we did on the front. 14 here, 17s here, two, and then 10 millimeter bolts here. Boop, pop that off and paint everything and replace it. All right, cool beans. Let me get started. All right, easy peasy there. Other than the painting part, that was pretty simple. But I think that looks super good in there. The red bouncing off of it now, I think that really catches your eye. I like to slide it too. We're going to find out how much better it stops here in a minute. All right, what I got left? I got change oil. All right, there we go. Easy peasy right there. I think everything turned out quite nice. Back brakes look good. Everything feels amazing. No lights on, bled them, good to go. So make sure you do that. But yeah, I think everything is quite nice. I got the oil done, brakes are done. Wish I could wash it, but it's too cold out to be trying to do that. I don't need to bust my hose. But I think they look nice. I hope the wife enjoys it. The pedal feels super good because the back brakes needed to be changed. So pedal is super stiff now. So cool beanos. All right, well that was easy peasy right there. Yeah, and on the back, I said it was 17 and 14. Everything on the back to take the caliper and the bracket off is all 14 millimeter in the back. It's a 14 to get the caliper off, and the bracket is a 17 millimeter to get the bracket off in the front. Everything else is pretty simple. All right, well, cool beanos. I hope y'all enjoy, and I'll holler at y'all taters later, and I hope y'all have a happy New Year's.